Leave your coats on, folks. Bags on the conveyor belt. Everything else goes there in the ditch. Step through the door. Smile a little. Thank you. Hold that up.
Specific other obligations or other things which again more important than my client's freedom and liberty. So there's really no evidence to base to ground their motion to quash. I have been told that they would be available. If court were to deny the motion to quash, my understanding is that they would be available this afternoon to talk about the things that we want to talk about. If there's not some other country or some other jurisdiction.
When a white supremacist statute is protected by law, demanding dignity is illegal. When a university spends almost $400,000 to silence and conceal dissent, showing the truth is punished. I put my blood on Silent Sam because despite every machination to preserve and make it pristine, our blood was always visible. Silent Sam represents a university built on black anguish. He was a noose on a campus that was built by black slave labor and sustained by a workforce without a living wage. A university that still forces its black children to eat and live in buildings named for people who would have lynched them. It displays monuments to slaveholders and segregationists, but not one to the 21-year-old black man murdered by a racist motorcycle gang on its grounds.
I walked back in here still not knowing what I was going to do with this case, so I understand why so many courts have refused to hear evidence about the defense of necessity. It complicates things. In order to find necessity as a defense, that there is a requirement of concluding that the defendants acted out of a belief that their protest would help stop the clear and immediate threat of public harm. This case is not the case about the removal of the statute. This is the case about the throwing of paint as admitted on the stand by Ms. Little, as proven by the state through its evidence as well. I can't find that meets the legal definition of the doctrine of necessity. So based upon Ms. Little's own admission as well as the state, I have to find that she is guilty of the charge. However, I'm continuing judgment, and I want to ask Mr. Holmes for information about her financial status to determine whether or not costs, fines, or fees should apply. Do you want to tell me about her financial status?
Okay. I thought it was continuing judgment some other day.
No, I'm continuing judgment, period.
Oh, I see.
But usually it's on the payment of cost, but I heard testimony that she was a full-time student, so I want to consider her financial needs.
Court costs in association with that, but she waived court costs, so now she has a finding of guilt.
Okay, well, I thought it would be a way. Yeah, so got a guilt.